Hey guys, welcome back here to Advanced Bass Fishing. Appreciate you guys swinging by the channel. And today, guys, I want to clue you in on a bait I think you can catch some good fish on over the next couple months, especially during the months of March, April, and May. And that is this Mega Bass Sleeper Gill. This is not a swim bait, even though it looks like a swim bait. It fishes differently. And guys, I have done really good, hammered them actually over the past 3 years on this bait this time of year. So I really want to go over the conditions. It's like when you get this set of conditions in the lakes that you fish, if you can throw this sleeper gill in those conditions, it catches a bunch of good fish. So we'll get into that in today's episode. And also, guys, I will put my sleeper gill link, excuse me, in my tackle warehouse description of this video. If you guys would like to order a couple of these sleeper gills, you can use that link of mine. It's a good way to support the channel. And also, guys, real quick, anybody interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, all you have to do is go to my Facebook page, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blaukat, shoot me a private message, and I'll get you the details for that lined out. So I appreciate that. Okay, I know a lot of you regulars that have seen the channel for a long time, you've heard me talk about the sleeper gill. And I talk about it, quite a bit because number one, it's an awesome bait. And number two, every month of the year, it fishes differently as far as where you need to fish it at and how you want to fish it. So today, I want to give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it specifically during the springtime of the year. Now, if you're not familiar with the sleeper gill, guys, this is a keel weighted, they call it a swim bait, but I don't use it like a swim bait. It's got a flat lead keel on the bottom here, which makes this bait stand up on the bottom like that, which is unique. And then you've got a nice, about a 3 or 4 aught hook, in the dorsal fin here that's covered up. I've actually took scissors and cut part of it off to give it a little bit more of a point there. Looks just like a little bluegill. Comes in a bunch of different colors. You can see this when the eyes are off, but I've caught so many fish on this one. But it's just the perfect size. It's about a nice little, 2-inch long swim bait, 2.5 inch, perfect size that the bass love to eat. Just absolutely perfect. So that's the rig on there. Okay, now here's where you want to fish it and how you want to fish it. The sleeper gill, to me, I fish it in the same place. The best way for me to describe this, guys, is I fish it in the same place that I throw a spinnerbait or chatterbait. So for example, if I was throwing a spinnerbait, down the edge of a grass bed, or, throw it, maybe there's a log in the water and I'm coming past that log with the spinnerbait, or there's a lay down tree in the water, I'm trying to work that spinnerbait through the limbs of the tree. That's the same place that I'd fish the sleeper gill. It's an ambush bait. This bait is designed for me, in other words, to be thrown around shallow targets in the water. Most swim baits, when you look at this thing, you think, well, I can throw that thing out and slow roll it through deeper water, or throw it out off a deep point. I tried that with the sleeper gill and didn't catch much. But guys, when I moved up on the bank, and I started fishing the sleeper gill around docks and lay down trees and grass beds in the water, I started freaking hammering them on the thing. The first time that I tried that, it was 3 years ago. I was down at Table Rock Lake, and I had gotten some of the sleeper gills earlier that year, and I'd been fishing them out, same places that I fish swim baits, like out on points and parallel bluffs with them, and I didn't catch hardly anything on it. And I still had one tied on from fishing like a month before. The water was up at Table Rock. It was flooded into the bushes. The water was about 5 or 6 foot high, and there was a bunch of flooded buck brushes in there. I took this sleeper gill, guys, and I started throwing it on the edge of those bushes and kept my rod tip high and kept this thing just under the surface, about 3 inches under the surface. Guys, those bass would charge out of those bushes and freaking annihilate this thing. I mean, they hit it like they'd never seen the thing before. The most vicious strike I've ever seen in my life. And that clued me in on how to fish this. So here is what I look for, and here's how I fish this. I fish the sleeper gill no more than a foot under the water. Most of the time I'm fishing the sleeper gill 2 or 3 inches underneath the water. That's how I fish it. Hold on one second. I hear Elijah yelling outside. Sorry about that, guys. I heard the boys arguing out there. They were arguing about something. So anyway, ever since I started fishing it like that, I keep the bait high in the water column, I keep it in sight, and I fish it like a swim jig. You can catch them on the same places you can catch them on a chatterbait, spinnerbait, swim jig. You can catch them on the sleeper gill even better because it's a super subtle bait. It doesn't telegraph itself. The only vibration it has that comes on the tail. It's a sight bait. So if you've got a lake, guys, that has shallow cover on it, whatever it is, just any type of shallow cover, even a bare bank that has shade on it. I've caught them on it, but it is outstanding to throw next to any type of a shallow target in less than 3 or 4 foot of water. Absolutely awesome. And since this bait is flat like a rock, another thing that makes this thing good, and I've caught a ton of fish, is this thing skips like a flat rock in the water. It's the easiest skipping bait I've ever used. So I've been taking it, I skip it up underneath the boat docks, start reeling it immediately, and those fish will come out underneath those boat docks and charge out there and just annihilate the thing. It's a freaking bass catching son of a gun, guys. It really is. So anyway, I just wanted to clue you in on it. If you haven't tried it, try it. Most of the time I put it on like 17-pound test Seaguar Vizex line with a medium heavy bait cast rod, 7 foot, and just fish it around shallow cover. It'll get you some good bites. Comes in a bunch of different colors. Again, you can get them at my tackle warehouse link in the description of this video, and hope it helps you catch some good ones.